In the interview space, some of the most powerful, persuasive answers expose how you have self awareness about your weaknesses and areas in need of development, and how you have either overcome those weaknesses or are actively improving those areas in order to perform better at duties and tasks at hand. My name is Natasha, and I entered into the United Nations system in 2012 to work on communication functions on humanitarian and human rights issues. Since 2022, I've written books, courses, and content on how you too can apply for high profile jobs and ace the toughest, most intimidating interviews at the national and international levels. I'm here to help you rise on your career ladder through my brand, Amadeo. So if you like what you see, subscribe and share to help this channel grow. Now, let's get into it. Displaying perfectionism, whatever that ideal image looks like to you, will not come across as enticing and inviting. Instead, it will close off the doors of relatability between you and the interview panel, as each member is fully aware they do not have perfectionism in themselves, and they are certainly critical of each other regardless of what they display or say. So, they will not take kindly to a candidate who tries to express he or she is faultless and therefore should be the candidate that is selected to receive the job. I am the best. Don't even, just don't. Don't. You do not want to put yourself in a position where your interviewer feels threatened by your mere existence and therefore creates irrational fears that you may one day take their job. So you must show your vulnerabilities in the interview space, but you must show these vulnerabilities strategically and speak about them with objectivity and without self deprecation. You need to show the hiring panel how the job role you are interviewing for will provide an ongoing mutual exchange of growth and value between you, the job duties, the team, and the company or organization at hand. So if you're perfect, then what good is the high paying, high profile job in an era where change is the very nature of the operational, institutional, and informational flows of that workforce on a day to day basis? That so called perfectionism you think you have will be impervious to change because there is nothing that you can learn from a new team. Nothing. You're perfect. And thus, you just spent 45 minutes telling the interview panel that you have no weaknesses, no areas in need of further development, and therefore you cannot improve the operational duties because you can't even change yourself. There's nothing for you to change. You've just stated all of that by simply not acknowledging your areas of development and weaknesses. So don't screw yourself over by trying to prepare the perfect response to questions, memorizing line by line scripts that you wrote out for the week because you need something to rehearse for your interview space. Interviews for decent and high paying jobs have nothing to do with memorization nor perfection. Instead, interviews have everything to do with whether you can prove skills with detailed examples whilst creating an environment that feels natural, communicative, non-combative, or comparative and conversational. That is it. That is the secret ingredient. That's the secret encoded formula to nailing high paying job interviews. All job interviews, actually, not just high paying and high profile ones. Be as natural as possible and embrace the areas in your professional life where you are just simply not that skilled yet. Make sure that when you reveal these areas of development or weaknesses, they have not been already listed as a job requirement or a desirable job outcome. Learn more tricks of the trade for your career development and progression by subscribing to Amadeo's YouTube channel. You'll get expert support on your resume, your cover letters, and interview strategies. On the official website, you can view Amadeo's past clients' resumes, download free templates, and access the blog on the latest tips and trends for job hunting in today's world. Learn more about rising in your career, acing your interviews, and speaking confidently and professionally without hesitation. All the details are in the description box. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help this channel grow more. And I'll see you next time with new, unique tips and informative content on getting well-paid jobs and rising on your career ladder.